Right now, over 75% of people think they are proficient in artificial intelligence just because they can type a basic question into ChatGPT. They get a passable answer and they feel secure. But by 2026, typing simple prompts will be an entirely obsolete skill. The workforce is shifting towards autonomous AI agents and custom multi-step workflows that do the heavy lifting in the background. This chart shows the projected economic trajectory for two types of workers leading up to 2026. People stuck using basic chatbots will see their value stagnate, while those who can engineer autonomous systems will see their market value skyrocket. To cross that gap, you need a highly specific roadmap. There is a precise 7-level progression of free courses by companies like Microsoft, OpenAI, and Anthropic that will take you from a casual user to a systems architect. Mastering this exact sequence of skills is how you secure your income, start consulting, and make yourself entirely irreplaceable in the incoming job market. Level 1 starts with Harvard's CS50 AI course. Before you command an artificial intelligence, you have to look under the hood and understand the raw mechanics of how large language models operate. This diagram shows the logic of machine learning, a method of data analysis that automates analytical model building. This branch and learn structure is the foundational logic driving every generative AI tool today. Once you know how the engine works, you move to level 2, the Open AI Academy. This is where you transition from passively observing the AI to actively directing it through structured prompt engineering. This graphic demonstrates the anatomy of a highly effective prompt. You must give the models strict parameters by defining the context, assigning a specific role, and setting a clear, measurable expectation. When you apply these 3 variables, a vague request transforms into a highly targeted command. The AI stops guessing what you want and starts executing exactly what you need. If you skip this communication framework, it does not matter how powerful the underlying model is. Without strict parameters, the AI will only ever produce highly articulate garbage. Level 3 introduces Andrei Karpathy's new masterclass. Here, you stop treating language models as text generators and start using them as operational engines. You learn to deploy built-in Python interpreters, trigger deep internet research protocols, and run advanced data analysis directly within the chat interface. A Python interpreter is a computer program that directly executes instructions written in Python without requiring them to be compiled first. This scales directly into Level 4, taught by deeplearning.ai and Replit. They introduce a process called agentic code development, where the AI writes and structures the application while you direct the process. This flowchart illustrates how a simple product requirement document is processed. The AI reads your plain English instructions and translates them into the functional code components needed to build a working mobile interface. You then use continuous, iterative prompting to adjust the styling, fix layout issues, and refine the core functionality until the application is ready to launch. Because the technical barrier to building software has dropped to 0, memorizing coding syntax is no longer the priority. Executing a great idea quickly is now the most valuable skill you can possess. For actual software engineers, Level 5 and 6, featuring Claude Code and Microsoft's Generative AI courses, teach you how to integrate AI as a contextual co-pilot rather than a crutch. You learn to implement the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. MCP is an open standard that allows AI models to securely connect to external data sources and local development environments, bridging the gap between the AI's logic and your actual codebase. This brings us to the absolute pinnacle of the skill tree, Level 7. Through a comprehensive N8N course by NetHerc, you make the leap from coding individual applications to automating entire digital ecosystems. This diagram visualizes an AI agent, an autonomous system executing multi-step workflows without human intervention. Using drag-and-drop interfaces, you connect APIs, rules allowing different software to communicate, to construct complex multi-agent systems without writing code. You configure these workflows to trigger live web searches using tools like Perplexity and structure the output using custom JSON files to handle dynamic, real-world business logic. JSON is a lightweight format for storing data that is easy for both humans and machines to read. Companies will pay massive premiums for these multi-agent workflows. A properly configured automation pipeline replaces entire operational departments, reducing overhead costs and eliminating human error. You now have the complete roadmap. You move from understanding the foundational logic of machine learning to precise prompt engineering, all the way up to constructing autonomous, multi-agent workflows. But knowing these 7 steps is completely worthless without immediate active execution. You have to open the platforms, build the applications, and test the agents yourself. The market in 2026 offers a stark choice. You can either become the architect who builds these automated systems, or you will become the worker replaced by them.